Welcome to the Muscle Repair Shop, where we'll teach you how to live a more pain-free life.
Welcome to the Muscle Repair Shop. My name is Butch Phelps, and today we're going to talk about tight shoulders. Everybody has them. I don't care who you are as a human being. Because your head is sitting on top of your shoulders, your shoulders will get tight. And there's various reasons for it. It can be stress. It could be the type of job that you're doing. It could be from driving long periods of time or just poor posture. But today we're going to talk about what actually causes those shoulders to get tight. And then we're going to talk about typical treatment plans, why they work, why they don't work, and then finally how to solve it. Give you the tools that you can take care of this for the rest of your life. And when we're done, if you look down into this description below this video, you'll see links to 2 stretches that I put on here so that you can follow those every day. You can do these in your office, you can do them at home, wherever you are, that there's a doorway or a corner wall, and you can solve your shoulder issues. So let's dive into, what's actually causing this to happen? Now, I know we blame it on stress and we blame it on work and we blame it on various things, and yeah, those are on the edges probably a basic reason for the cause of that. But what's actually happening is that when you feel hopeless or you feel tired, your body will tend to do this kind of a thing. And as it does that, you'll notice that the chest muscles, especially here on the outside of the chest, actually shorten. Well, now the shoulder joint itself is a very weak joint to begin with. So when you stand and you're going in this direction, what happens is it rounds this in, and you may actually see that the palms of your hands are actually turning facing backwards. Well, the key to this is that we want to be able to loosen this up so that our body can stand up straighter without a lot of effort. Now, I know in many of the treatment plans that we may have, one of them that's common is that we want to build the strength on the back in between our shoulder blade here. And the idea is that if I can do things like seated lat rows or bent over rows in a gym, I'm going to strengthen the muscles between my shoulder blades, and that will allow me to have the strength to literally pull my shoulders back. Now, we've all, when people have talked to us about leaning forward or humping over like that, we would naturally just pull our shoulders back and hold it back. The truth of the matter is that if these muscles here are tight and you're trying to pull your shoulders back and hold them there, at some point your back will just fatigue out. And before you know it, it's going to be like, oh, screw this, and you just go back to this position. Those are things that, while that may help in the short term, on the long term, you may wind up with the mid-back getting lower than the shoulders actually stiffening up on you. I've seen some people put on braces that would literally force their shoulders to come back. And again, that's going to put a lot of pressure into the shoulder area here. It may actually start to rub. I've seen some people where the braces have rubbed in here and caused some discomfort that way. But the thing is that if you don't train the body and get it to let go from the chest is always short. So when you take the brace back off, you're just going to go back to here. And over the long term, it's going to create problems in the disc in your neck along here, the disc down between the shoulder blades themselves. You may have things like bulging disc or herniated disc or pinched nerves that can send numbness down your hands, that can send all kinds of problems with your hearing. You may have headaches in your head from that, just from that type of work. And so the thing is that what we want is for you to be able to freely, when you stand up with no effort. Now, the thing is that the brain plays a role with that. So just like anything else, you may stand this way. This may feel normal to you. Everyone else on the outside sees it as not normal, and they all want to comment about how you stand. But to you, this feels normal. Getting your body to free up and stand this way would be a brand new normal for you. That's part of the brain work. So not only are we going to teach you how to stretch this muscle out in a doorway to get this to open up, now we're going to also let the brain start to see this is where I need to be. And when your brain understands that, there's not a fight there. Another treatment plan that I've seen people do is stretching, chest stretching. So you'll see them stand, they'll hold a bar, or they'll put their arm against the wall or something, and they're pulling and pulling and holding for long periods of time. Seems like a good idea. The problem is that when you're holding a muscle that's in distress, and your idea is that I'm going to pull this muscle apart, the problem is that your brain is always trying to keep you safe. And the minute it goes beyond that 5-second hold, which sets off what's called a stretch reflex or a myotatic reflex, you get beyond that 5-second hold, the brain then contracts the muscles. In essence, what you're doing is you're strengthening your legs by placing your arm against a wall or a post and trying to pull your body around with your legs. It's called strength training. That rarely works very well, because if it did, most people would be out of pain from tight shoulders. These are things to think about. You have two major muscles here. And so one of the stretches I'll show you in the door, you'll be in a doorway here where your body turns out and you're going to stretch the bigger muscle here. You'll do it 10 times. And the reason for the 10 times is that you're teaching your brain that this is okay. The second stretch I'll show you, the hand will be behind your head with your elbow against the door frame. Now you're stretching the outside of the body, but you're allowing this to let go, and you're only going to hold it for 5 seconds at a time. So be sure to check out the stretches below in the description so that you can follow along and let me explain to you, show you step by step how to solve this. You can do this anytime, anywhere. So until our next episode, see ya. Remember, never give up. We're here to teach you a more pain-free life.